Were you at any point were you ever nervous?
In the beginning, yes, because it was really scary to like have a meeting all of a sudden about grades and stuff, especially just because my parents weren't aware of it as much as they are now. So I thought they would be really mad. I thought the meeting was just gonna be like really hard, like, oh, your son is doing so bad in school and he's this and that. I didn't think it'd be as positive and helpful as it ended up being because I thought it was gonna just be basically like a whole meeting of just like people just saying like how bad I was doing and like pointing out how bad I was doing. But instead it was more of like a like we're here to help. Like it was like an offer of support more than you guys just bashing me for having not the best grades.
Okay. Oh, that's good. And so do you feel supported now?
Yeah,
Okay.
100%,
Yeah.
100%.
We started about 3 years ago. We want to encourage people that are not going to pursue college to give them a in-depth look at the workforce where they can join directly out of high school if they're choosing.
The reason why I'm glad they have a program like this is because stuff like this, like a forklift, they teach you stuff that for the real world that because some people college is not the solution, and so like if they want to go and they're good at and they like driving, forklift is one of the things they could do. And so like this program teaches you more than just one thing. It just teaches you how to drive forklift, teaches you about work outside of school, and it teaches you more than just things you need in life. Some of us don't own banks. Some of us don't even know how to open an account, and he came in and just showed us, and it showed a lot, and it helped a lot too, because I didn't know really that much about credit until he came and said and talked about credit, and so like now I'm like, oh, that's really interesting.
It's definitely going to give us a lot more job opportunities. Like I would definitely let them know that it would help them like almost guarantee a job in the future. It's a lot of good life building like skills to have. It's a really good program to join.
Putting myself academically and financially through college for my first year, it feels so unreal.
I have a lot of friends that right now they're struggling in other colleges. Even though I'm the first one to go to college for my family, I feel like everything's easier because of all the support.
They are wonderful teachers. They are here to actually help and care for us, and they always tell us, do not give up.
Our teachers take our inabilities and they make them extraordinary.
I'm trying to make my parents proud. They've done a lot for me, so I want to give them back what they gave me.
That dream that your parents had, all their sacrifices and all their struggles, when I come here, I feel like it's worth it. Everything that they've done for me, I'm putting it to good use.
I want to be the first one out of my family to graduate, help my family even more than what I'm doing now.
All the struggles that I had to go through, how I overcame them, and how anything that comes from that point on, I can do it.
We all want the same thing. We want the higher education to push us forward in life, to be the step above.
The day of graduation, I think I'm going to feel a huge sense of fulfillment. I think I'm also going to feel a huge sense of pride. Everything is for that day and for everything that's ahead of that day.
Who am I here with?
Anthony Maestas.
All right, Anthony. How has your school helped you to think about and prepare for your future education and career goals?
Well, as I've taken many classes throughout my high school career, I've found everything that I enjoy most. I particularly enjoy science and history. So I am planning to go to NMSU, which is a pretty big deal for me. And I plan to obtain a degree in biology, a bachelor's. And I will move forward with that and most likely become a physical therapist because I enjoy helping people.
And my final question would be, what do you wish you had more support and help with?
What I wish I had more support and help with is just getting through it all with the big challenges that I faced. I faced so many challenges with COVID and, just other typical high school mental problems that every high schooler faces nowadays. And yeah, that's mainly the most hard thing to get through.
Thank you for your time, Anthony.
Thank you.
How has your school helped you to think about and prepare for your future education and career goals? What do you wish you had more support and help with?
Well, classes like Miss Patel's and I guess Miss Wilcox, classes like that have helped me like prepare for, I don't know, with checks and stuff, with handling the money in the real world. And I wish I had more support with like when it comes to the financial part of college, like getting scholarships and stuff, because that's kind of hard to do alone. So I wish I had more support.
What are some possible career choices that you are considering, and why do you think these would be a good fit for you?
Some possible career choices that I'm possibly looking into is becoming a farrier to shoe horses. And I think it ties into my lifestyle of working on a ranch and owning horses. That I won't have to pay someone to do it, along with going into possibly rangeland management. Same thing as well, ties into ranching and my lifestyle.
What are some of your feelings when you think about your life after you finish high school and college? Why do you feel this way?
Some of my feelings would have to be relief. I mean, put up with it for 12 years, take serious dedication in order to get done what I had to get done each and every single day. So I'd say it's pretty emotional about it too at the same time, because I mean, it's really a once in a lifetime experience. You don't get it again. So it's just really crazy to me, and the reason I feel this way is it's just crazy experience, and I can finally say that I made it through and I did what I had to do it. It's a big accomplishment, so I just feel like it's a pretty crazy feeling.
Who am I here with?
Tamara Jack.
Okay, Tamara, what are some possible career choices that you're considering, and why do you think these would be a good fit for you?
I am considering becoming an athletic trainer or a physical therapist. And why I'm considering these is that because I was a football manager and a basketball manager for 2 years, and I completely fell in love with this career job. So I am hoping to have the career in my life and to continue it on with my life. And I'm hoping that I will be able to become one for a university or the NFL or NBA.
How do you think you'll get the education or training you need to reach your career goals? What do you think might be the biggest challenges?
To reach my career goals, I need to go to a college and or commit training exercises in my career path. My career path is going to be computer engineering, and with computer engineering you need to have at least an associate's in computer science or go into the actual major of computer engineering and taking little side classes. The biggest problem will be getting the education I need, finding ways to understand the classes.
Hello everyone, my name is Mahendra Sahi, currently a freshman in Johns Hopkins University and majoring in computer science. Yeah, I think my high school definitely prepared me for college because we had AP classes that were offered. And my high school wasn't also like it was small population size, so it wasn't like there weren't like it was. So when you have a small population size schools, you get to connect with your teachers a lot. There's a lot independent, like you can start initiatives and really build that connection with teachers, and you can also talk to your principals about, hey, can we like add extra classes, and so I do think my high school prepared for me because I took a couple of AP classes and that helped me in college.
My name is Dominic Allison. I'm a junior electrical engineering major at Morgan State University. I didn't really plan to go to college until like my sophomore, junior year of high school, just because like I didn't think that college was for me, basically. I just didn't. And then like my high school, I probably made me like realize, hey, I can do these things, I can learn these like complex things in my engineering classes.
I am Sydney Singletary. I go to University of Maryland College Park, and I am a senior. I do feel like my high school prepared me for college, and I went to Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. I feel like it did prepare me for college mostly because of the course load, and it just like prepared me in being able to multitask.
My name is Tiwaladi Ajayi. I am currently a graduating senior at Towson University. I'm a psych major. And anytime I always talk to them, I always recommend like going to Poly because Poly is just a school that kind of sets you up for success. Just like the curriculum, the program in itself. And sometimes I even wonder how Poly's a public school because just how good like the school is and how like efficient the teachers are.
Assigned to a mentor, like first year mentor, so you can always reach out to them, ask them questions. Then there's also another support system for first generation student. Where the upper level first generation student is helping another incoming upper generation student. So you can always text your advisors. There are a lot of open resources, and you will always receive emails from Hopkins saying, "Hey, if you need help with that, this or that, you can reach out to us." So there are definitely programs here.
I think I was extremely well supported my first year as a freshman, transitioning from high school to college, only because when I got accepted to Maryland, it was a conditional acceptance, and they basically said, "Oh, in order for you to go to Maryland, you have to complete this program during the summer, like." So after you graduate high school, the summer before you start college, you have to come on campus and basically participate in the program. And it was kind of like you take classes. So it was kind of like summer school or like starting school early. And then into freshman year, for every like course that you have, like gen ed, they'll give you like a tutoring course for the class. I would recommend University of Maryland. The only thing I would say is I would recommend it to students that are prepared to be on their own, or like students that are more so self-reliant, or students that are prepared or willing to figure things out on their own and reach out to different resources, because University of Maryland, they're not really gonna hold your hand. When it comes to opportunities or deadlines outside of like your courses, like I guess pertaining to say like you want to apply for your major, like there's not going to be anybody really to hold your hand to remind you like, oh, make sure you put in your application. Like you might not even hear about the deadline unless you look into it. So you have to be like really willing to just figure stuff out on your own, being able to do your own research and like have a plan. And I just feel like you kind of have to have that skill and be willing to do that as soon as you start in your freshman year. Because if you don't, you're going to be set back.
One of the key advices before going to college, if you're traveling in summer, I think that's like whatever. I think one of the things to look out for is like look at what classes your major will be taking, right? If you know somebody from that college, reach out to them. And especially if you're majoring in the same field, ask them questions like, hey, I'm also majoring in like, like I said, computer science. What classes did you take? What can I do this summer to prepare myself for that class, for any hard classes?
I would tell them to take high school serious and prepare themselves in any way that they can for college. And I will also tell them to like look into like their high school and see if some of those credits in high school that they're taking would transfer over so that they won't have to take so many courses when they come over to college. I will also tell them to just come open-minded, come prepared, and come ready, because it's really like the ball is in your court.
If you want to graduate within 4 years, I would just say, you have to be on it. You have to be mindful, even kind of like as soon as you start in your freshman year, like I want to graduate in 4 years. 4 years is going to pass you by really quickly. And if you keep missing like deadlines and just kind of like let everything go by, those 4 years can go by fast. And the next thing you know, you're not graduating on time. And nobody really likes that. Like you're kind of like still in school, still in class. And while everybody else is getting ready for graduation and you still have like 2 semesters left or like even like 40 credits left, you want to make sure you're on top of things, even if you feel like your school isn't doing so. And I would say don't be scared to ask for help. I think I was kind of scared to ask for help, or I just wasn't really thinking about the various resources because they're there to help you. So like any advisors you have, teachers, and or even students, like you have to ask around, especially for information, and you don't know like where that could get you, and you can, build relationships or like meet better advisors and put you in better positions. So that I would definitely say that.
Find your niche and just be obviously be yourself. Don't try to change who you are because you've got into a very new environment that you're very unfamiliar with and stuff. Just be yourself and just find the people that you can grow with and will just help you through your college career. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there. That's one of the very big things that I can really tell, like someone who's graduated from high school and going into college. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I know it can be scary to, you might be a freshman or a sophomore, whatever the case may be, and you might be, just be a little bit like scared that, oh my God, if I put myself out there, I don't know what people might think of me or whatever. But don't be afraid, because by myself putting myself out there, I've gotten to know a lot of people, gotten to be close with a lot of professors, gotten to make connections that have helped me in the long run as well. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there.